Video we are going to handle a question and more concept. And here the statement says, how many oxygen atoms are in 1.6 grams of sulfur trioxide? So this is the chemical formula for sulfur trioxide. Now, to calculate for the number of atoms that are present in sulfur trioxide, we need to know the number of moles of sulfur trioxide. So number of moles is equal to mass over the molar mass. So since we've been given the mass, so number of moles therefore is equal to, now the mass that has been given, this is 1.6 grams, divided by the molar mass for sulfur trioxide. This one we can find. So we are calculating for sulfur trioxide. Now, oxygen, the relative atomic mass for oxygen, this is 16. 16 multiplied by the number of oxygen atoms in sulfur trioxide, this is 3. For sulfur, so the relative atomic mass for sulfur, this is 32. Multiplied by 1, since we have 1 atom of sulfur. When you check on the periodic table, the relative atomic mass, it is the number on top of the element. So 16 multiplied by 3, this is 48. So 32 multiplied by 1, this is 32. We then find the sum of these two figures. So 48 plus 32, this is 80. And the SI unit for molar mass, this is grams per mole. So this is our molar mass for sulfur trioxide, which is 88 grams per mole. Punch this on a calculator, we have, this is 0.02. So the number of moles is equal to 0.02 mole. So this is the number of moles of sulfur trioxide. Now, to proceed with the number of oxygen atoms that are contained in sulfur trioxide, so for the number of oxygen atoms, so we are going to multiply the number of moles of sulfur trioxide multiplied by number of oxygen atoms that are in sulfur trioxide, we have 3, multiplied by Avogadro's constant, or Avogadro's number, which is 6.022 exponential 23. So if we compute these figures, so here we have 0.0, so this is equal to 3.6132 exponential 22 atoms of oxygen. So this is the number of oxygen atom that is contained in sulfur trioxide. So when given the mass of a compound, you calculate its number of moles. So you calculate its number of moles. The number of moles, you then multiply it by the number of that element you are calculating, the number of atoms that are contained in that compound, multiplied by the constant number. So that's how we find the number of oxygen atoms in a compound given the mass.